Hey guys, welcome back to Top NBA. Today, we're going to be going over the best players at each height in the NBA. Let's get right into it. At 5'9", Isaiah Thomas. Thomas is back in the league and is now playing for 3 different clubs this season. Thomas has the distinction of being the league's shortest player. This season, he's averaged 6 points, and the 33-year-old was once a proud scorer, but has now become a journeyman in the league. At 5'10", Facundo Campazzo. Campazzo is in his second season in the NBA, where he's a backup player for the Denver Nuggets. Campazzo averages 5.2 points and 3.4 assists in 18.6 minutes per game. At 5'11", DJ Augustin. He spent time this season with the Lakers and the Rockets, where he primarily acts as a player off the bench. For many years, he's been a reliable scorer and playmaker. He's now shooting above 40% for the Lakers, who urgently need some outside shooting on their squad. At 6 feet tall, Chris Paul. Once we get into the 6-foot territory, we start to see some of the league's best point guards. Despite his injury, Paul is the finest of the bunch. Prior to his injury, Paul was leading the league in assists. At 6'1", Trae Young. Young may be the finest scorer and playmaker among point guards. Young averages 27.9 points and 9.5 assists per game. He was an important part of the Hawks reaching the conference finals and taking the Bucks to 6 games last season. At 6'2", Stephen Curry. Curry may not always be able to see above his opponent, but it hasn't stopped him from being one of the best players ever. Curry is the most talented shooter that we've ever seen. He's the all-time leader in three-point field goals and seems like an MVP candidate this year. At 6'3", Ja Morant. Morant is in good company here. Russell Westbrook, a previous 4-time triple-double finisher, narrowly defeats Morant. Having said that, Morant has the Grizzlies playing like a team confident in their ability to reach the NBA Finals. Despite his 6'3" stature, Morant is athletic enough to jump and dunk over nearly 7-footers. At 6'4", Bradley Beal. This category contains some extremely talented scorers. This features all-stars D'Angelo Russell and DeJounte Murray, as well as Jordan Clarkson, the 6th Man of the Year. Beal is the best, averaging at least 30 points in each of the last 2 seasons, including placing second in the league to Stephen Curry last year. At 6'5", James Harden. A point guard in the league is typically 6 feet tall, but with the extra 5 inches, James Harden is able to accomplish things that others cannot. Harden has the ability to score, rebound, and pass at times. The increased height allows him to see the floor better, allowing him to make spectacular passes and compete for the league lead in assists. At 6'6", DeMar DeRozan. Draymond Green and Klay Thompson share the same height, which is a fun tidbit. They might have been in a tie for this category 5 years ago, but due to injuries, DeMar DeRozan gets the nod. This season, the mid-range king is scoring at a high rate and is a lock for first-team All-NBA honors. At 6'7", Luka Doncic. On television, Doncic does not appear to be that tall, yet he's 6'7" and extremely talented. Because he was an All-NBA player, he's the first rookie on a rookie deal to obtain a Supermax extension. Doncic is averaging 28.1 points, 9.2 rebounds, and 8.5 assists this season. He will one day join Russell Westbrook and Oscar Robertson as the only players to average a triple-double. At 6'8", Jason Tatum. If Paul George is healthy, it's a tie between Tatum and George. Both players are having outstanding seasons, but Tatum is now healthy and has the Celtics playing like Eastern Conference contenders. He has a game similar to Kevin Durant, but is 2 inches shorter. When he's on the court, he's one of the league's best small forwards. At 6'9", LeBron James. LeBron James has the same height as the centers for the Miami Heat and the Houston Rockets, as well as the Atlanta Hawks power forward, and he can play point guard. Fans may not have appreciated LeBron as much when he led the NBA in assists in 2019 through 2020. He should be a power forward with his height, but he has proven this season that he can play any position. At 6'10", Kevin Durant. When we discuss tall players who add abilities to their height, we were referring to Kevin Durant. He could be the best all-around scorer we've seen since 2007. Durant is averaging 29.4 points per game this season and has had 2 50-point outings. When he's healthy, he's the league's MVP. At 6'11", Giannis Antetokounmpo. When it comes to MVPs, the 2-time MVP and 2021 Finals MVP beat out a slew of great centers and forwards. Last year's MVP, Nikola Jokic, is among them. Giannis is the most dominant player in the middle these days, resembling a Tim Duncan-type player. But what distinguishes Giannis is his ability to run the floor at times. Consider a 6'11" freight train barreling into the lane for a slam dunk. Most players move out of the way for a reason. At 7 feet tall, Joel Embiid. The MVP frontrunner may be the best 7-footer in the game. Embiid leads the NBA in scoring with 29.8 points per game. In addition, Embiid is shooting 35.9% from three-point range. Watching a 7-footer shoot threes would have been ridiculous in the 90s. Now it's a standard component of the game. At 7'1", Rudy Gobert. The 3-time Defensive Player of the Year makes excellent use of his height on defense. Gobert has the potential to be the finest rim protector in the NBA, as well as the top defensive rebounder. Gobert leads the NBA in rebounding, averaging over 15 per game. At 7'2", Moses Brown. This season, Brown has appeared in 31 games. He has appeared in parts for the Cavaliers and Mavericks, averaging roughly 6 minutes per game. At 7'3", Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis is truly an exciting player when he's healthy. He's a unique 7-footer who can hit outside shots. Porzingis averaged 19.2 points and 7.7 rebounds for the Mavericks. Since the trade deadline, he's averaged 20.8 points and 7.8 rebounds for the Wizards. And at 7'6", Taco Fall. Taco Fall has the distinction of being the NBA's tallest player. Fall's peak hasn't translated to on-court success quite yet. In 11 games this season, he's averaging 1.1 points in 5.4 minutes of action. Well guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video. We'll see you guys next time.